Alrighty, so we're gonna do a movie review. I am feeling a little bit better. I'm just kind of eh, depressed-ish, whatever. So we got Mortal Engines, which I fucking loved it. I mean, this thing. I already showed you the back of it, so you don't see the back. Just the beautiful interior of a black disc. Fuck off, Whisper. So I saw an article where this bombed in theaters. I know why it bombed. It went up against Aquaman and Bumblebee in December. And when you pit a movie, because this thing was really hyped up, fairly good. Not a lot was given away. Because as I've said before in previous videos, I don't check Rotten Tomatoes. I don't check Twitter. I don't check any websites. I go by trailers and maybe an article in a newspaper. That's it. I don't do anything else. So yeah, this bombed, and it was really sad that it bombed because I wish I had seen this in theaters. This was fucking phenomenal. Like it was a straight up 8 out of 10 for me. I mean, technically it could be a 10 out of 10, but it's 8 out of 10 since there was what was in like the premise for this was great. It really laid the foundation out for what all was it? It laid the foundation out for later installments of the film and showcased a lot of um lore in the movie, which builds up the film series like every popular fandom does. The characters were great. The backstories for a lot of them were phenomenal. Like it was so done, especially the resurrected man. That shit was cool as hell. Like, damn, like this movie is fucking awesome. But why do I say 8 out of 10? Because, like, there's who the fuck are you? Go away. I don't know, random friend request. um, there could have been more backstory, just a tiny bit more, just a little bit more. Um, yeah, that's what it was. There wasn't backstory on like the 60-minute war, which I really wanted to see. I think this is based off of a book series, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. Come on, focus. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to look it up and see if it is or not. If it is, I'll probably end up getting the audiobooks for it. If not, I'll just have to see what they're doing. Um, I did check Wikipedia about this, and Wikipedia said that a sequel is probably not going to happen since it's bombed, but a TV series might happen. This project itself was pitched to Netflix this year, so who knows what'll happen with that. Um, I mean, this was so fucking good. Like the world building was great. The lore came out phenomenal. Like it was a lot of breadcrumbs, and I love that. Like it was paced so beautifully. For me, though, I feel that this was what PG-13. Yeah, this could have been rated R. Honestly, like I wished it was rated R. Because when it comes to Peter Jackson and how phenomenal he was with Lauder, The Hobbit, and King Kong Extended Edition, yeah, I definitely wish this would have been rated R. Because I hate that we live in a world where PG-13 is the standard for any fucking film that comes out. And it drives me nuts. But for this should have been rated R. Because it had the depth to go that far. What didn't I like? There was one thing I didn't like in this. What the dude's name? I forget. I don't remember. The guy who wanted to be an aviator that motherfucker. Like, his story wasn't fully, fleshed out. Anna's story wasn't, fully fleshed out. The Anti-Traction League wasn't fully fleshed out or even hinted at very much. Like, the Anti-Traction League, I'm like, okay, well, what are they? There was a lot of stuff that was mentioned but not explored, and I'm guessing they were building up on that for the sequel, which was smart. So they went with a less is more strategy. And that's nice. That's a gamble. But when it comes to releasing a film like this against two juggernaut films that are coming out in the same month, it's hard to get the sales going with it. And that's a bitch because good films like this, Jupiter Ascending, Gods of Egypt. Yeah, I liked Gods of Egypt, but not enough to want to own it. Yeah, Gods of Egypt was like a 7.5 out of 10. Trying to think. There's a couple of other films that have come out in between, big blockbuster hits during the summer and wintertime, fall, spring, and all that, and summer. Yeah, fall, spring, summer, winter. Yeah, during those seasons where certain months you get the film, and one of them is really, really good, aside from the blockbusters that it has to compete against. Some films don't have to worry about that. Like Captain Marvel came out in March, and it didn't have much competition in theaters. So with Mortal Engines, this had two films, in Aquaman and Bumblebee, to compete against, which made it harder to meet its goal of being a financial success. Which really sucks because this is a stellar cast. And shit, the fucking cities? Holy hell. Dude, they're huge. Holy hell, man. Like, there's so many unanswered questions. Why did they leave London? All that shit. Like, how did this all come to be? I mean, you know how it came to be, but there's still more to it and whatnot. And I love this. This is such a damn good movie. Definitely gonna own this in the future because I fucking love it. It's one of those that's gonna be an underrated gem because people enjoyed it, but it didn't meet the financial success it was supposed to because of going up against Aquaman and Bumblebee. It sucks. Like, I really hate that about certain films. Is that, you find a good film, even a good chick flick that comes out in mainly December, give or take, always gets bombed because it goes up against, a juggernaut like Star Wars, or it goes up against whatever's coming out in December, that sort of thing. Or it's in the fall or whenever, and whatever season they pick for it, I mean, honestly, I hope this comes out on Netflix. I hope it gets continued in a Netflix original production because that would be nice. And if they're able to nab the cast as well, that'll be really nice. But I don't think they will be able to. As far as, recommend it to friends, hell yeah. Some of my friends like it, some don't. You? Try it out. See if you like it. If you saw this in theaters and enjoyed it, or you were nonplussed by it, that's cool. I respect your opinion. I always do. It's like I'm not forcing you to watch. I'm like, watch Mortal Engines. You have to watch it. Watch it, watch it, watch it. See her. She takes this off and she sucks your dick. No, I'm not like that. I don't force my opinions on you. I share how I feel about it. Like, this was really good. I was so enamored by how in depth it was for such a short film. Because it's only it's only 100 and, what are you? You're not 2 hours long. It's 118 minutes long. Even though it's advertised for like 2 hours and 18 minutes or something. I'm like, nah, it's only 118. So, I mean, it showcases a lot in that time frame. There's a lot that's showed, there's a lot that's explored, but, in the end, it wasn't a financial success, which really sucks. And it's the ones that aren't financial successes usually get a cult following right after. It takes a while. It might be one of the films that, matures over time and people start to really grow on it and they want it to be, made into another movie. I mean, I was happy Peter Jackson made this because I love his work and his style. So yeah, if you like, this is steampunk sort of. Yeah, it is steampunk. I always get them confused with cyberpunk sometimes, so it's a toss up. If you like steampunk films, definitely for you. If you like Peter Jackson, this is for you. If you don't like any of those, not for you. If you don't like female-led films, definitely not for you. If you like world building and storytelling and phenomenal pace and build up, this is for you. If you don't like any of that, not for you. If you're not into brunettes, definitely not for you. If you don't like Hugo Weaving, definitely not for you. If you do, definitely for you. You can basically call this, Lord Elrond's Revenge. And what year was this? Oh, the year this film is set is 3,118. By the way, I forgot to mention that in the beginning. And there's because they said this thing, it takes place in the future, and then there's a part in it where they're eating food and they're saying it's 1,000 years old. And I'm like, okay, because they mention years and stuff, so it helps. I like that in a film where it mentions what year it is, because then I add it to my endless timeline of films and shit that I've watched and comics and whatever else I've played, games I've played, and file it away. So yeah. So that's all I got to say about Mortal Engines. It's a solid 8 out of 10. If they had filed in more backstory, it would be a 10 out of 10. Like right now, I really want to say 10 out of 10 because this was so fucking good. But they left some stuff out, so 8 out of 10. Yeah. So that's how I feel about Mortal Engines. So if you like this, let me know. And as always, check it out from your library. Always do. Library will be the easiest place to get it first. Usually, because usually most libraries have multiple copies in for you to check out. So if you don't want to go to your library, you always got PlayStation, you got Amazon, you got Xbox, you got Comcast, you have whatever provider that'll have it. Or the premium channels will have it for free eventually. So, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to do another video, so stay tuned.